I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
Okay guys, so this is only going to be a relatively quick video. Now, this is something that's starting to slowly get on my nerves. Now, we are all well aware that this kind of media is coming into play more and more recently. Now, this is digital media that's digitally encoded on stuff like USB sticks and SD cards, like what's in my camera right now. In fact, I've got a ton of them over there. But there's something that I feel is missing from a lot of our lives, and I feel it's something that we're getting rid of, but bringing back. Now, if you don't know what I'm on about, I am on about optical media. Stuff like CDs, stuff like mini discs, and if you really remember them, cassettes. Now, I love the physical aspect of media, and something that I've noticed is, well, computers. Most laptops and notebooks these days don't come with disk drives. Now, I remember back in 2010 when I got my first notebook. I remember the small little tiny little laptops. They were really low powered, and they were just kind of small and take them wherever you needed to. And then we've got bigger laptops and they took over that. Well, netbooks, I remember when netbooks first came out and they didn't have DVD drives. That was a big problem in 2010. Now, however, in 2016, I feel it's less of an issue, and it's less of something that's noticed. For instance, my Mac Mini is a 2012 Mac Mini. It's not incredibly old, but it's missing one of these. Now, for those that are wondering what I'm pointing at, what I'm showing on camera, as it's slightly blotchy and coloured out, but this is a DVD writer. This is a optical CD and DVD writer. I bought this for my Mac because it doesn't have one. The last laptop that I use day to day, or the last computers that I use day to day, and my business machine, which is over in the corner, which has a DVD writer, and my MacBook Pro, which is a 2009 MacBook Pro, which I use on a daily basis, which also has a DVD writer. However, I can say that the super drive in that is broken. No fault with the entire system of the super drives in the Macs. They had issues, especially in 2009, because a lot of Mac Minis from that era had failing DVD drive issues, and they're the same drives, so hence why it doesn't work. It just kind of takes some discs and spits them back out again, but that's not the point. Like I say, I miss optical media stuff. I miss being able to push a button, big heavy buttons, and taking a disc out and slotting it in the machine like so, and it's saying welcome, and reading, and the time it takes to read the disc, and then with all the information comes up. I miss that, and it's something that I feel that not a lot of people have noticed, but definitely miss. They don't notice that they miss it, but they definitely do. For instance, this was a mini disc, but it's the same with CDs. For instance, it's like the pressing the CD player on, pressing eject, putting your own CD that you've even made yourself, like with your own music on it, putting something like this, putting it in the CD player, pressing close, pressing play on the track playing, and then physically hitting to the next track. It's something that I miss, and it's something that's going away. Something that is, however, coming back is something that I do have here, which is a record player. Plays vinyls. Plays vinyl records. And there's lots of them down here, and that's something that's coming back, but the problem is people are listening to it on crappy record players, and they wonder why it sounds terrible. Them Crosley record players that you see in high street market stores and places like that, and the kind of hipster shops, don't buy them. Just don't. Simply for the fact that they're not very well made, they're Chinese made, and they're very, very cheaply made, with the cartridges that are used to like the needle for the record, or the stylus, whatever you want to call it. I know there's always debate about that, but I feel that optical media is definitely going away, and we all know it, but I know that we all don't want it to go, because at the same time, there are a lot of people that still use optical media. There are a lot of people that still own DVD players, for instance, and Blu-ray players, and like watching their movies themselves and owning their media and doing whatever they want with it. I'm certainly like that. I came to burn a CD before. In fact, just here, this CD. I came to burn this CD before. This is still now a blank CD, and I'll tell you for why this is still a blank CD, and that's because I have Apple Music, and I realised that Apple Music you can't put the songs on discs, otherwise you'd be able to do whatever you could with the track, and that'd be defeating the objective of paying monthly. You could have any song in the world free, basically. And it took me to before, when I was putting music on my disc and just putting all the tracks in, going, yeah, I want that for when I'm in the car, that I realised that I couldn't put it on because I didn't actually own my media. And it's something that's becoming more frequently. We're losing optical media, and now we're even losing our own digital media. We don't own anything anymore. It's something that's becoming prominent. Now, I know this is a weird subject, and it's quite a wide, broad subject, but it's true. Optical media and owning our own media is fading, and it's fading pretty quick. Now, I do own a lot of my own media. I do own a lot of records down here. I do own cassettes. I do own all of this. I own cassettes that are in these players and stuff. These all have my music on them. But at the same time, well, so does my iPhone. Everything that I have has some sort of media on it. But yeah, I definitely feel that this kind of media has fallen out of fashion for this type. But still, there are quite a lot of people, especially people like videographers and cinematographers and stuff like that, who need to give, like if you're doing a wedding, lots of people still like that media, like that aspect. They like having a digital copy, like on a USB stick, but they also like the DVD to play back, like at grandma's house, because grandma probably doesn't have a computer, or probably doesn't know how to use a computer, so she likes to be able to stick it in the DVD player. And I feel that the older generation and people that are older can't keep up with this vastly, quickly changing media that we're growing to. And media is becoming such a, like, it's just becoming mandatory. We have to have it everywhere. Like these USB sticks. Like there was once upon a time, like this CD for instance, these used to be really expensive. In fact, they're getting more expensive because they're becoming rare. But this holds 700 megabytes. That's it. 700 meg. That's not a lot of data compared to when you think that this little drive here, this little drive holds 32 gigabytes. That's a hell of a lot more. I can't remember how many times more that is because I can't even do basic maths. But this is now becoming really cheap. It's really easy to get this. It's becoming harder to get this. No one has the effort to go and find these because they know they can get these A, cheaper, B, quicker, C, faster, and they're just easier, and it's quicker overall. But I feel that we're losing touch, literally losing touch with our media. And I really miss that. I mean, it's cool having my music library just here at a push of a button and being able to play it anywhere, like go to someone's house and stream it and whatnot, and stream it here on AirPlay on this hi-fi. Don't get me wrong, I have AirPlay connected with this hi-fi, so this entire hi-fi behind me does have AirPlay capabilities. But at the same time, I do play a lot of optical media. It's why there's a mini disc player. It's why there's a tape deck. It's why there's a radio. It's why there's all these different separates. Because I like optical media. I like being able to push something in and then, or slot something in, or slot something down, or put something down, put the stylus across, press play on something, hit a big button, hear it all clunking around. because I know that I've physically done that myself. It's not a machine doing it for me. I've done that myself. That's my input. My input has played that video. My input has played that song. My input has started that sequence. And I know this is a bit of a weird rant, but I decided to have it because I noticed this just before, like I say, when trying to burn a CD. So yeah, I'd like to know in the comments, guys, what do you think about optical media? Do you think it should stick around? I mean, I know vinyl's got to come back, but has it really? I mean, for the people that really love vinyl, the audiophiles if you were, of course they're going to stick around with vinyl like this. And big collections like I have down here. And I have lots more in the loft. But for the people that are hipsters or, you know, I like vinyl, this whole comeback of buying all the new music on vinyl, they're not compressed to the same, they're compressed, they're not the same quality, they're not the same bit rate as older tracks, they're certainly not put on the best made records, so the vinyl is actually really bad quality, the record players that people are playing them back on are bad quality. I just think that we've lost touch with the old school listening, the warm sound and the warmth of being able to hold your own media and putting it in, and you pressing play, you physically pressing play. The only optical buttons I now press are the ones that are in my room. Everywhere else, everyone else doesn't have optical buttons. The optical buttons that I use most on a day-to-day basis are on my camera, for goodness sake, and that's the record button. I miss being able to record, pressing record on something. Now, I know this has been a very, very long-winded video, but I needed to say about this. Because looking at this and then looking at that and that and then looking at that made me think. So that's it for this video. Stick a comment underneath about what you think about optical media and digital media and where we're going to go in the world, whether we're going to go backwards or forwards. And don't forget to subscribe. Like, comment, everything else below. I'm Daniel, this is Stan's Tech World. You guys have been great. Weird to say this. See you in the next video. Bye for now.
Honey.